Hey everybody, I'm Jer. Welcome back to Stock Voyager. I want to talk about some bad news, depending on how you look at it. There's a stock that I talked about recently. They are NXTP, and I talked about it in that video, but I want to talk about it again. They should have, if I'm adding this up correctly, they should have a delisting notice. Um, Coming within the next very short period of time. I'm going to explain why. Okay, so let's first off, let me go open this up. All right, so the Nasdaq has a delisting rule. It's deficiency notice. If a company stays under $1, trading under $1, and that trading, the end of day trading under $1, closing price is under $1 for 30 consecutive trading days, then a company will get a delisting notice, or a, what is it called, a delisting, what is the word? It's not a notice. Mm, where was this? Let me look. Yeah, I guess it is a delisting notice. Okay, so deficiency notice triggers failures of a company to meet minimum closing bid price of at least $1 for 30 consecutive trading days can trigger delisting. Okay. To regain compliance, the company would then need to have their common shares must have a closing bid price of at least $1 for a minimum of 10 consecutive business days. In the event that the company does not regain compliance, okay, well, this is for some other company, but let me open this up because this actually covers the. Any NASDAQ company receiving deficiency notice has 4 days to file an 8K form with the SEC or to issue a press release to announce the notice. However, reporting failures require a company-issued press release. The company must provide the deficiency notice receipt date, unmet listing requirements, and action plan. The company must send a copy of the NASDAQ before issuing the press release. After receiving deficiency notice, the company has 180 calendar days, which is 6 months, to 6 months, to return to compliance. A company warned about its shares' minimum bid price must achieve a closing price of $1 or more for 10 consecutive trading days during that period. Report filing offenders must file the required reports and then must file subsequent reports by the due dates. Okay, so with that information, we go to the chart for NXTP for the last 3 months. And we look, this is closing price. So they closed $1.05 here, $1.02 here. Did they go up above $1 any other time? Now they can go above $1, but they have to close at $1 or more. When was this? This is okay. Where was that? 102. So 102 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now then, they had good news. 16, let's kind of, sorry. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. What is this date? January 14th. 25, 26, and then here. So they have 4 trading days, which would put them 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 2, 3, 4. The 25th. So they have until the 25th. There's another company that I'm actually watching that has until the 25th. Ending on the 25th, if they don't have their shares above $1 for the end of day, for closing price, then they will get a delisting notice. Then they have 4 days to file the 8K report or to file a press release, I'm guessing from what that shows, stating that they didn't meet those requirements. And then it basically makes it public that they got the notice. So we are within 4 trading days here of them receiving the delisting notice. So that is probably why we are seeing, like if we go to 1 day, kind of just fell off, is because people, I think, are probably starting to do the math. And I want to keep people informed, especially since I did a video about this not long ago, about this company. I want to keep you informed on what's happening and why it's going down. I read some articles and people were trying to figure out, they couldn't figure out, they didn't mention that there's a chance of delisting notice. The company long term, like whenever I did the video, it was like around here. And I said that if they could get it above $1, they wouldn't have to, like it just has to trade in the day closing price above $1. And if they can do that, which it looks like it kind of came close here at 3 p.m. Well, it made it to 80, almost 80 cents. So if they can do that, then that would restart the count for 30 days. But they haven't been able to do that. So maybe they'll release some news, some good news sometime in the next 4 days. But it's something to keep in mind just in case there isn't good news on why this is dropping more and more, and what could happen. So what happens usually whenever there's an announcement of a delisting notice is that the stock drops off because there's a chance that they could get delisted. So, but this company is actually doing a turnaround, and that's why it kind of spiked up here. But I think some of that concern about getting delisted is showing here, and why we're seeing some drop off here is because of that concern about getting delisted. We're within that 4 days. So I think once that comes out, then you kind of wait. I'm not saying that you should get back in or that you should get in or that you should sell or buy or whatever. I'm going to be watching it because I want to watch and wait for it to kind of settle. If it gets down to a good entry, I may get in and trade it, swing trade it, because it's not necessarily a bad company. It's just that the stock is kind of broken right now. The company is not necessarily broken, but the stock is broken. So, and within that 180 days, they can probably turn around and get it back above $1 for those 10 consecutive days. So, but we'll see. And I wanted to just talk about it just so that you had a heads up and knew what was happening with this stock. And why it's downtrending right now. I mean, it's kind of come off of 63, 64 before, so anything is possible. But we'll see. Maybe, like I said, maybe they'll release some good news the next 4 days, and we don't have to worry about it, and it'll just turn around. But just a heads up that this is happening. And like I said, I did a video on this the other day on this company, so. I want to try to keep up with delistings and do videos on them to kind of keep people ahead of it so that you're not losing money if I can spot them and find them beforehand. So just as I like to do good news, I also need to do some bad or some critical news, and this is that. So yeah, that's all I got. I hope that you are managing your risk. And that you had a green, profitable day. And that is all I have. I will see you all very soon. Have a good one. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe. That's what I'm missing. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe. I would love to have you as a stock voyager. Okay, that's all. I will see you all very soon. Love ya. Bye. Mwah. Let me pull this up. Okay, now, bye. Mwah.